Hey everyone, I'm Ingrid Nilsson and welcome to my new show on Popsugar Girls Guide. This is a series where we are going to be cooking in my kitchen and I'm going to be sharing some of my favorite recipes with you guys because I love cooking, but when I cook, I want something that's easy, fast, and good for me using wholesome ingredients. So for today's recipe, we are going to be making some oatmeal. And I know you guys are probably thinking, oatmeal? Why are we making oatmeal? Well, I think oatmeal is a great healthy breakfast. It's also a fantastic base because you can really customize it to your own taste. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna spice up a rather ordinary breakfast food and we're gonna make some cinnamon raisin oatmeal today because I love the cookie version and we're gonna make the oatmeal version of this. So for this, of course, you're gonna need some oatmeal and I have quick cooking oats, but if you want, you can use the ones that take a little bit longer, but I'm always in a hurry, so I go with the 5-minute ones. Then I have some almond milk, but any kind of milk will do. Chia seeds, cinnamon, a banana, some raisins, water, and brown sugar. I have 3/4 of a cup of water, and I'm just adding that in. And when you normally read the instructions on oatmeal, they say just to use water, but I think adding a mixture of milk and water makes it creamier, richer, and just adds a nice flavor. So I'm going to do 3/4 of a cup of almond milk. I should probably open this first though. Having some technical difficulties with the almond milk here, but I think we got it solved. So I am just putting in 3/4 of a cup here as it gets on me. There we go. And then just gonna add this into the pot so you have an equal mixture of water to almond milk. Just gonna take Mr. Pot over here to the stove and you wanna bring this to a boil. I'm going to measure out the oatmeal here. So for this, we're just gonna use 1/2 cup. And this is gonna make 2 hefty servings here. So you can make this for another person or you can save this for leftovers. All right, the milk and water has come to a boil. So now I'm just gonna add in the 1/2 cup of oatmeal like that. I'm gonna grab a spoon here, give it a little mix. And then you just wanna adjust your heat so it's not a roaring boil. You just kind of want a nice little simmer. So you just let that sit there. And then we can come over here to the banana and I'm gonna peel this guy. And I love adding banana to my oatmeal. I really love how it adds sweetness and a really nice creamy texture. So this is a great way to sweeten up your oatmeal without adding a ton of sugar to it. So I use a whole banana. If you're just making 1 serving, you would use 1/2 a banana, but in my opinion, the more banana, the better, so I'm all for that. So I just break this up with my fingers. You don't need to be precise with this. You can actually use any kind of fruit that is kind of soft for this. So you could use like prunes, you could use dates. My boyfriend really likes using dates in his oatmeal, which actually kind of happened by accident because he didn't have bananas and he's on a date kick right now. Not the going out kind of date kick with other people, but the food kind of date kick. So the banana just goes straight into the pot like this. And then gotta wipe off my hands because they're sticky. And you wanna take your spoon and just kind of mash them down a little bit. So the banana is really gonna soften up as this cooks and it's just gonna melt in with the oatmeal. All right, so let that go and then you can come over here to our raisins and you don't have to be exact with this, just if you like raisins, put a lot of raisins in. So I'm just gonna kind of grab a handful, whoops, raisins flying everywhere. So just kind of dump some in, whatever you want. You can do a little bit, you can do a lot. And then we have some chia seeds. So I'm going to be using a tablespoon of chia seeds, and I really like chia seeds because they add fiber and protein and omega-3s, and I like them better than flax seeds because they're not as gritty. They kind of turn into a jelly-like consistency when you add them to a liquid. So we have a tablespoon of these chia seeds, and that is just gonna go in there. So then all we have to do is mix it all up and just keep an eye on this until it's completely finished. And you'll know when your oatmeal is finished because you're not gonna have that much liquid left. It's really going to absorb into the oatmeal. Let that simmer. It usually takes about 5 to 7 minutes from this point. And you just wanna make sure that you're coming in and checking on it pretty regularly, giving it a good stir because you don't want the oatmeal to be sticking to the sides or the bottom, and you want everything to be distributed evenly. So just keep an eye on it. This is really coming together nicely, and it comes together very quickly also. So don't leave it. I'm telling you, I have done this way too many times. I know better. Do not leave the kitchen because you will regret it. You will come back and your oatmeal will turn into a brick. You're gonna have a little downtime here, so grab a book, get your phone out, go on Instagram or something, but keep an eye on that guy. I actually am making this recipe because of my cat, because he loves oatmeal. All right, now it's done, so I'm just gonna bring it over here to the bowl and serve it up. You want a nice hefty portion here. And you can really see how the bananas have like melted into the oatmeal. The chia seeds have come to life. Ooh. Now to top everything off, I'm just gonna use a little bit of brown sugar because I love the flavor that brown sugar gives to oatmeal. So just a little sprinkle. This is what really helps make it taste more like a cookie. And then some cinnamon. Oh, cinnamon is so good on oatmeal. If you haven't tried cinnamon on your oatmeal before, you need to do it. So a sprinkle like that, and then I just like to top it off with some extra raisins, like so. And that is it. This is the Cinnamon Raisin Oatmeal. Now my problem is that I can't wait until it cools down to eat it, so let's hope I don't burn my tongue on this. Really good. You're getting the sweetness from the bananas. Do I have oatmeal on my lips here? And the raisins have really plumped up and they're nice and juicy. And this is just an awesome hearty breakfast. All right, so that is going to be it for this episode of Ingrid Dishes. Be sure to stay tuned to Popsugar Girls Guide for more episodes. And thank you for hanging out today in my kitchen, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.